Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel, welcome back to another video. Today is the first day of term 2. My modules have all changed, so I thought I'd bring you along and kind of show you what the day is like, what my, week is like, because today is my only contact time that I have all week. So it's a lot more chill than last term, and yeah, I hope you like it. At the moment it is 7 o'clock and I kind of woke up about 6:30 and then basically lay in bed for half an hour looking at Instagram, as one does. And now I'm doing my reading for today's class. Basically, I haven't done any of the reading yet for the classes because I had exams literally last week up until like Friday afternoon. Took the weekend to like catch up on YouTube, and then Monday I had loads of Spanish prep to do. So basically I just hadn't really had a chance to do it yet. I was just focusing on other things, catching up in other areas because I was kind of out of action for a week. So yeah, I'm going to do the abortion reading now. The reading for abortion consisted of reading a chapter of Emily Jackson's textbook, which is the key textbook for anything medical law, and also just answering some questions. In total, this took me about 2 hours to do, so that's why I kind of saved it to the day. Just done all of my reading. This is kind of how I set it out. I reference at the top and then set the law out in tables in red, kind of bullet point key stuff, put cases in blue and split it down into facts and ratio. And then we get given questions, so I kind of put them in blue and then write my answers in black. So that's the prep for today's class, so 5 pages. So now it's 9:30 and I've finished the prep for that, but I am low-key still in my pyjamas. So I want to put gym wear on and then basically make breakfast quickly before the class starts at 10. And then I think after this class I'm going to go for a run. Otherwise I will have a shower, but I'm thinking I'll go for a run instead. And another thing, which is great news that I just found out about, I literally got an email midway through doing that reading at about 9 this morning, is I wrote this article and I've just been told that it's been picked up by The Sun, The Mirror and The Metro, which are 3 national newspapers here in the UK. So I was like, oh, that's great. And I also got another email to say that someone wants me to come onto their radio show to talk about the article and what was in it. So it's been a good morning so far. Things are sort of moving. I'm having a good time. So for breakfast I had ready brec, which I'm really getting into at the moment, and I put some honey in it, had some apple juice, also had coffee and a water on the go. Yep, I have a lot of drinks in the morning. And then I got changed.
Law and ethics of reproduction is very much my passion. All of medical law is, of course, but we all have our particular research interests. Module themes in this area, which will become very apparent.
So I just finished that class and I actually forgot how draining 2-hour seminars are, but that was actually quite interesting. I'm doing literally pure law modules for the next 5 weeks, so it's nice to kind of be back in the realm of like doing something that I'm comfortable with. So today's seminar was about abortion law, stating down the basics that abortion is a crime in the UK, but there is a defence to it under the Abortion Act of 1967, and that's kind of how we legalise abortions in a wide sense in the UK. And then also talking about like sex selection, i.e. aborting fetuses based on like their sex and the ethics behind that and the law behind that. And what else did we look at? And we also looked at conscientious objection, which I think is a really interesting like element within the law, so hopefully we'll go in a bit more detail into that kind of realm in the future. But right now it is 12:05. I am going to quickly put my shoes on and do a warm-up, and then I'm going to go for a quick run, come back and then do, I think, an arms workout I'm going to do today. Aiming for a 4K today. Whew. So just gone for my run. Look how hot and sweat I look. I don't even think the camera can pick it up. Oh, no, I think it can. Did 4K, literally listening to my Bops playlist. So it was These Words, Natasha Bedingfield, Call Me Beat Me, which is the Kim Possible theme tune. Yeah, that's an absolute tune. She Said, Plan B. And the 4th tune I ran to before I finished was West End Girls by the Pet Shop Boys. That's basically a summary of the type of tunes I listen to when I'm going for like a chilled run. I feel like listening to music, especially like my favourite like light-hearted pop tunes whilst running, just kind of gets me in like a really good serotonin mood. Now I am going to do a quick arms workout. I'm thinking I'm going to do something off the Night Training Club app, do some weights, like snatches, or just do something to like pump the upper body up a bit. I'm just trying to prep for like basic training and stuff and still keep a good level of fitness there. So that's what we're gonna do now. So then I did the abs and arms workout on the Nike Training Club app with a 3.5 kilogram dumbbells. Pretty good workout, takes about 15 minutes and is a nice end workout to do after I've had a run or done something else strenuous.
So the starting point is Section 2 of the Suicide Act 1961, which was repealed and reenacted by the Crimes and Justice Act 2009.
So as you heard there, I was listening to my lecture for end of life. So I was listening to that as I was doing my hair, doing my makeup, and then I cooked some pasta to have, which was chili and pepperoni, and ate that whilst I was watching the end of the lecture. The lecture was only about 40 minutes, so I do like to multitask as I'm watching it. So I just watched my end of life law lecture whilst I was kind of like getting ready and faffing around, as you guys saw. He literally said it at the end of this lecture, which I find ghastly. He was like, please come to class having prepped a presentation on the argument stated in Nicholson, which is a case on assisted dying law, and tell the class which judgment you like and which one you don't, and make it into a presentation. I'm like, why? Isn't the reading enough? I hate it when they make you do presentations. And he was like, and if you have extra time, here's an essay question. You can write up a mock and send it to me. I was like, how much time does he think I have? Because even if I had the time, I can assure you I will not be doing that. Basically now I'm trying to find my assisted dying law notes from my first year, because we went through it literally in term 1, I think it was, maybe term 2. And I know that I hope that I've got tables and like a summary of the law, so I don't have to retype that out because I can't be bothered. And hopefully I've got a case summary of Nicholson, because I wrote an essay in my first year about Nicholson and Conway, which are the 2 cases they want us to read this week. So hopefully I can just find my case summaries that were super detailed, because I obviously wrote the essay on it, and it will save me doing it again. Hello? Yeah, I'm alright, thank you. How are you? Alright, that's great, thank you. Well, that's good news. Basically, just got my attestation date for the army, so that should be next Tuesday, finally. Right, where was I? Oh yeah, I was looking in my reading. In the end, I did have to recap over the cases, which was a pain, just because he wanted way more detail than what I'd done in my first year of notes. But it didn't take too long because I did have those notes. Okay, so it's just gone 20 to 5, so I've just finished all of my reading and prep for the class with basically 20 minutes to spare. For anyone that's curious, this is what full preparation for a class like at the master's level looks like. So this is kind of how I set my notes out. The lecture, to be honest, wasn't that helpful. It just summarised the law, so there's not really many notes for that. But then I set my case out like this. So this was the main case he wanted us to look at, and I broke it down in terms of the facts, the overall decision in terms of breaking it down per appeal, and then what each justice said in key paragraphs of basically summarising their judgment in their couple of key paragraphs. And then I've done this for basically another 2 cases, and then we get set discussion questions. So this one is just asking give a summary basically of the case of Nicholson, which is there. Then he wanted us to pick 2 judgments from that case, say which one we agree with, which one we don't, and then present them in class. And then finally a summary of Conway. There was also, as I said earlier, there were also other exercises he wanted us to do that were like, write an essay plan on this and do this, and I was like, no. Unless it's compulsory, no. And unless it's going to come up in the class, no. But yeah, that's basically prep done. Now I just want to make a coffee real quick, have a little snack, and a music dance break so I can get like focused zone, because I've got to sit through 2 hours of Zoom now, and I just pray for me, please. Got my coffee. Had to do that super carefully then, I thought I was going to spill it. And I'm just updating our meter readings for the flat. Bit of adulting. Oh, do you know what's so annoying? We've had such a saga with our gas and electric bills, purely because our meters were running up really highly. We thought it was going to be a problem. That had to get investigated. That took a long time. Then when we found out it wasn't, then they put us on the wrong tariff, had to get that queried, and then they keep doing estimated meter readings, which are like significantly higher than what the meter says. So it's been a thing, it's been a palaver, but I'm just submitting the meter readings now for this month. I took them when I came back from my run earlier. Adulting 101.
As we look at law at the end of life, and then Professor Rakim will be taking over from me after our seminars, which will be on firstly assisted dying in the UK Supreme Court, and then next week we'll be looking at assisted dying and legislative change, the prospects for reform. There should be enough people so that we can see each other's faces if possible. So do please consider putting on your camera so I'm not just talking to a wall of...
I never understand why they want to see us. Like, I know I happen to have makeup on today. I know I happen to have done my hair, and I know I happen to have an outfit on that isn't pyjamas, but I still don't want to do it. I want to sit here and commentate on this lecture and seminar without him seeing me do it. You know what I mean? Am I the only one that does that? I can't be the only one that does that. I don't want to be seen. I'm sorry, but...
And I think your podcast just enabled me to navigate my way through better.
Good, okay, well, that's one vote for another podcast next week. Fiona!
Okay, so I finished my class. I don't know what it is about those classes, but like about 40 minutes in, I zone out and then never really zone back in. I'm in the kitchen right now. I just took a little photo shoot with my props. It's the article that I spoke about earlier in this vlog. For the newspapers wanted like photos of me, just generally. So I've done like a few cooking, a few just like... Now that's done, I need to just write up another paragraph for the article before it can be published, which I'm going to do that in a minute. But first I want to have something to eat, and to be honest, I'm thinking I'm going to have a pizza. I feel like I've earned it. That's the justification anyway. Got my pizza. I also just realised that literally every food I've eaten today is a carb, but I feel like when I'm super busy or like just running off my feet generally, all I want is just like comfort food. I promise I do eat kind of healthily normally. Gotta give a shout out to, in Tesco they sell these like little dips in the fresh aisle for pizza. This is like a garlic and herb, basically very similar to what you can get at Domino's, and I am in love with it. This brings a £1.50 pizza to like 10 levels to what it would normally be. Like, it's just... I can't put it into words, but basically whilst this was cooking I finished my article off, so I'm going to watch Downton Abbey now as I eat my pizza, because basically I'm re-binging Downton Abbey before it goes off Prime, and then re-look over the article and then hopefully send that off. I mean, it's 8:15 now, it's getting on a little bit, so I kind of want to like hustle because I want to be in bed by like 10:30.
I've seen shell shock before, you know. My favourite brother as it happened, and I was his favourite too.
After watching Downton Abbey, I went and edited my exam diaries video, which is obviously already out on my channel, and I always like doing this at night because then I can render it and upload it whilst I sleep. Okay, can you hear that? My laptop's overheating. I've basically done the base layer of my edit, which is cutting down all of the footage and putting markers in place for where I want text or music. So all I've got to do now is add the text and the music in and then watch it through and see if I'm happy. So it's pretty much done. Took me an hour to edit that, and it's now 10 to 11. So I'm ready for bed now, and I'm basically gonna hit the hay. So thank you for watching this video. I hope you liked it, and I will see you guys next time. I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye guys.